But if you look at the state as a whole, what has happened is a vast majority of these areas, these super power schools are controlling, I think the top 10 teams this year, and I can send you all the numbers, the top 10 teams brought home 56% of the medals. The top 10 teams. That leaves
Dang.
840 schools that didn't even medal. So if you look at the bigger picture, that's why the issue of going to divisions. I moved to Idaho, and I was used to the one power state, and I loved it. It's almost like when you watch the CIF state tournament on day two, when you are the quarters and the semis, it's like being at the Big Ten. I mean, it's power matches going. I moved to Idaho. We got 100 high schools in 4 divisions. Now, granted, it's not the same depth, but the quality of kids coming out of Idaho is pretty good. The average kid is well coached, because what we're experiencing there is all these guys that went to Boise State, there's probably 70, 80 coaches throughout the state that wrestled in college, maybe even more. We got Chris Owens, who was a coach at Boise State, went to Oklahoma. He runs the freestyle Greco. We got Ivan Ivanov. So in Idaho, although we have less numbers, if you want to be national level, you can, if you're willing to put the time in. We just don't have the depth, right?
Yeah.
As a California, but per capita, we're seeing it within the state. But if we went to divisions in state, even though we have 100 schools, what would happen? The same thing would happen. That power schools would control a vast majority of the medals, and we have small schools that only have 50 schools. I mean, 50 students. Some have 100 in some of these rural areas. And if we had a one division state tournament, I think a lot of the schools would never see a medal, maybe once in a blue moon.